Fair, accurate. KVAL News starts right now.
Breaking news about a family murdered in Medford. Just released autopsy results detail the causes of death. Good evening, I'm David Walker.
And I'm Jennifer Winters. Thanks for joining us. The medical examiner just released the report. It shows the mother, Tabasha Page Criado, died of stab wounds to the neck and abdomen her stomach, before the house was set on fire. Her 4 children died of smoke inhalation. Police say Jordan Criado murdered his family on Monday. Since then, he has been unconscious in the hospital. Police say they will arrest him when he recovers. The family of the victim spoke out today, saying they forgive the man police say killed his wife and 4 kids.
KVAL's Natasha Chugtai has been following this story today. Natasha, were there any signs of trouble that we're hearing about before the murders?
Well, family members say Tabasha was planning to divorce her husband. Her brother says their family believes they must forgive her husband to heal themselves.
It's chaos. It's chaos right now. Although we are angry and hurt, we realize we all have to forgive him in order for us to begin to heal.
Adam says his family has unanswered questions for Jordan, but for now they're focusing on remembering the life they lived, not how they died. The family also thanked the community for its support, especially the first responders. A memorial is scheduled for tomorrow evening in Medford.
Another tragedy in Douglas County. 4 young men have drowned in 3 months in that county. Joshua Alexander died in May after his raft flipped. Derek Shawn drowned in June trying to cross high water. Drake Wallace drowned a week later, pulled under by a strong current. And now Jeffrey Place, a 16-year-old, drowned yesterday after stepping into a hole in shallow water. KVAL's Beth Ford visited the spot where Place drowned and has our report.
The Douglas County Sheriff's Office says the 2 boys were wading in this stretch of the creek when they stepped into a deep hole. 16-year-old Jeffrey Place and his 7-year-old cousin got stuck in the creek. The younger boy's father, Larry Lostro, jumped in to save them. Lostro managed to rescue the 7-year-old but couldn't find Place. The Douglas County Sheriff's Office says Lostro told the boy to dial 911. About that same time, a former sheriff's deputy happened to be driving by.
And the kid flagged him down, and so he got on the phone to dispatch as well.
45 minutes later, rescue crews found Place about 50 yards downstream.
As far as I know at this point in time, it was just a very tragic, unfortunate accident.
Place's family did not want to share any pictures of Jeffrey. Jeffrey Place went to school here at the Riddle Education Center, and classmates said he was sweet, nice, and kind of a jokester.
He loved messing around with people and laughing and having a good time.
Leichner and Place were classmates, and she says he was a fun kid and never got into any trouble.
And yeah, he will be missed by a lot of people. He really will be. When you lose a classmate, it's upsetting.
A spokesperson for the Douglas County Sheriff's Office says he doesn't know if the boys could swim or not. Reporting in Riddle, Beth Ford, KVAL News.
Wes Hudson with the Douglas County Sheriff's Office says Cow Creek isn't normally very dangerous.
But the rivers, creeks, and streams in Douglas County are all running higher than normal, and that could have been a factor.
It's time now for a first look at weather. Today's overcast skies didn't stop walkers and bikers from heading out to the Amazon Path in Eugene.
And KVAL's meteorologist Seth Wayne's in the Weather Center talking about some sunshine. Huh?
Yeah, we are looking at sunshine as we forecast closer to the weekend. Until we get there, though, we will start to at least look for some clouds that'll stick around. About 51 looks to be our overnight low, and that wind is out of the northwest from about 10 to 15. Now tomorrow, temperatures close to 80, not quite there. We're looking at about 78 with that afternoon sunshine, so it'll be a nice one. Right now, 73 here in Eugene, 74 in Roseburg, and 64 degrees in Coos Bay and North Bend. Coming up, more on a warm weekend. That's in your extended forecast.
All right, Seth, thank you. Duck football won't be the only football you'll be watching this season. Now you'll be able to watch the NFL.
The professional players have been locked out for months, but that looks to be changing soon.
KVAL's Tom Ward has the latest on those labor negotiations. I guess the big question, Tom, will the season start on time?
Dave and Jennifer, right now it looks like it will. The only casualty of the lockout appears to be the Hall of Fame game, which opens the preseason each year. They will not get that in. Thursday afternoon in Atlanta, the NFL owners approved a new 10-year collective bargaining agreement that will keep the NFL operating through at least the 2020 season. What's left now is for the players to not only vote on the new agreement, but they then must recertify the players' union. Now, there is a conference call for the players Thursday evening where some of those things will likely be ironed out.
And we feel that it's important for all 32 teams to be operating with the same number of preseason games and also starting camp at the same date or near the same date. Hopefully, we can all work quickly, expeditiously, and get this agreement done. It is time to get back to football.
The owners' vote was a unanimous 31-4-0 against. Now, under the agreement, there will be no more two-a-day full-contact practices, and the players will receive 48% of league revenues in the first portion of the deal. All indications that the league could begin operations as soon as next Wednesday. Live in the studio, Tom Ward, KVAL Sports.
Continuing coverage of the jail county bed shortage. Yesterday, we told you about high-risk inmates released early because of budget cuts.
This week alone, 20 inmates have been released, and tonight, we're learning many of those inmates are staying at the Eugene Mission.
KVAL's Molly Blansett is at the jail right now. So, Molly, any idea how many of those folks are staying at the jail?
Well, according to the Eugene Mission director, there are about 50 more people than usual that they right now at the Eugene Mission, and more than half of them are supposed to be behind bars here at the Lane County Jail. Now, the mission doesn't ask people if they come from the jail, but the people who work there can often tell because inmates wear ankle bracelets like the one you see on your screen. Those bracelets take 2 hours to charge, so the mission had to make some changes in their day room.
Physically, we needed to open up a lot of electric outlets because it takes 2 hours to recharge them. And so what we've been doing is accommodating that to make sure that they're able to do so during the day.
The mission serves 350 to 400 people a night, up from about 125 from usual Julys. Now that number includes men, women, and children. And Jack Tripp tells me that the mission saw a similar spike in clients 2 years ago when the jail originally closed down 84 beds, but it was not nearly as big as what they're seeing these days. Now, I did ask Tripp if he's concerned about the safety of the other clients at the mission, and he says no, they are prepared to handle anything. Live at the Lane County Jail, I'm Molly Blansett, KVAL News.
Thanks, Molly. KVAL News is committed to fair and accurate coverage. Let us know if we missed a side of the story. You can call us or send us a message through email, Facebook, or Twitter. Around Oregon, two-time killer and death row inmate Gary Haugen has a new lawyer. Haugen says he blames his previous defenders for standing in the way of his wish to be executed. Haugen scheduled for a mental evaluation. If he is deemed competent, his execution could be carried out in the next few months.
We have new details tonight in the case against a woman accused of killing her newborn baby boy. Angelica Swartout's attorneys filed a motion with a judge to suppress the confession Swartout made to Springfield police. Swartout's lawyer says police read her Miranda rights but did not follow protocol correctly. Now, police say Swartout killed her newborn baby boy in October and put the body in a garbage bin. Police didn't find the body even after searching a Lane County landfill for 3 days.
A warning from Eugene police tonight. A thief is stealing utility trailers, the kind that haul garden supplies and yard waste. 5 utility trailers have disappeared in West Eugene in just a week. Meanwhile, a spree of burglaries in South Eugene that KVAL reported last week, well, that seems to have ended.
Governor John Kitzhaber will be on the Oregon coast tomorrow. He'll be in Coos Bay talking about the Oregon healthcare system and the next steps for its transformation. He'll be at the North Bend Medical Center starting at 9:45 a.m.
Now, a KVAL health alert. The sun may not be shining as much this summer, but doctors still recommend sunscreen. Oregon has one of the highest rates of melanoma, that's skin cancer, in the country, according to the Centers for Disease Control. Tomorrow, you can get a free skin cancer screening. The Healthy Skin Tour will stop its tour bus at Rite Aid in South Eugene from 9 till 1. You can also learn more about skin cancer and how to protect yourself.
Coming up on KVAL News, a skilled pilot and a tricky landing. Why he landed a helicopter on the side of a mountain nose first.
And something you've just got to see to believe, how this turtle ended up with a wheel for a leg.
Mostly cloudy conditions, making way for some partly cloudy skies to close out the work week. 68 at 8 o'clock, 59 at 11, and 52 when we wake up early tomorrow morning. So the high for the day, 73. That's where we're sitting at right now. After starting things off at 56, look for your official sunset at 8:49. A sneak peek into the weekend. That's next.